Well, my first observation, I think Ken might have asked me about the crowd once or twice already this year, and I never pay attention. I actually looked tonight, and I was so happy and impressed and proud of the student body support. I looked up, and it felt like this whole one side was full of students, and honestly, that's the first thing that I noticed post-game. Comments on the game, winning is hard. Tonight is a hard game, and I thought we stayed to our mission, played to our identity from start to finish. I thought Union pushed, but I thought we responded very well.
That first period, it's probably one it won't be shown as a great one of the great periods of all time. But how important was it to keep Union with just one shot on goal and just keep it tight checking the way that period turned out to be?
The ability to defend in all three zones is something we talk a lot about, and not just playing defense in front of your goalie. And when you get a number like that, that tells me that our guys are dialed in and defending in all three zones. And it was a little bit of cat and mouse with both teams playing so hard defensively. It was hard to generate anything. And I think it opened up a little bit in the second period, and with the goal, and then in the third period, Dubinsky's goal. I thought every goal was huge. Right, in a game where both teams are competing so hard defensively, you had to work really hard for any offensive space.
Both goals, I thought, were great examples of guys putting themselves in positions to make the play. And we've talked about it's an evolving process this year. Just talk about SELLAR being right on the spot and lock, giving them a good feed, and the Dubinsky doing the work down low.
Yeah, and for us, our offense is five guys that work together with a focus on the net. And I think Shane he finds himself in a good spot. There was two plays before he even got the puck that were positive team first plays, and he just fires it on the net. And Dubinsky, not a big guy, but finds his way to net front for his second goal of the weekend for him about 3 feet out. And it's just how we have to play a team game. So with the focus on the net, it's nice that those guys get rewarded.
How important is it for Linden to be sharp in a period when he only sees one shot?
I thought Linden Marshall was good start to finish. Again, I think there wasn't a lot of second chance scoring opportunities for Union tonight, which tells me again that everybody was dialed in. And for us, our recipe has to be everybody. It has to be penalty kill, power play, all five guys on the ice, all four lines, all 7D. And I thought we got that tonight from start to finish.
It's definitely different being a part of the rivalry than seeing it from afar. But I thought the atmosphere was great, both at Union and here tonight. Playing in front of some of our fans that aren't able to come to games here is awesome on the road. And then our students did a great job tonight of turning out, and they were just as loud.
Can you talk about your goal? Because you took advantage of Murphy without his stick.
I didn't even know that. I think our D made a great job pinching down the wall, and Lax made a great play finding me in the slot. And I know we always just talk about getting pucks on the net, and bounces happen.
Yeah, it was right through 5 holes, was it?
I think so.
Yeah.
And you guys now strung together. You got 3 straight wins here. How's this coming together? We talked about all the newbies at the start of the year. How do you think things are starting to mesh?
Well, we always talk about how we're a team, and it's going to take 60 minutes to play each night. And I think each game we play, we learn our identity even more, and it makes it easier. And I think we've started to really figure out what it's going to take to win, and starting from the puck drop at 7 o'clock every night.
Did you get a piece of that shot from Jack Agnew?
No, I didn't get a piece of it when it was shot in, but I got the rebound and was able to jam it home.
How important was that goal? I mean, it makes it 2-0 at that point. The way Union was not generating anything offensively, it seemed like it'd be a safe lead at that point.
Yeah, I mean, we were stepping on the gas at that point of the game. I thought all 4 lines were going, and I was lucky enough to get that in and secure a good lead in that game.
Did you know you had room? You had some clearance there on the D-man, not just to set the screen, but also for the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, I just parked myself in front of the net. Usually good things happen when you go there, and yeah, I mean, I just shot in, and luckily it went in.
What about that first period? I mean, teams combined for 5 shots on goal. I mean, it seems like anything was happening.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. It doesn't happen too often, but I think we were playing really well defensively, and we weren't necessarily getting our shots through. But I think we stepped it up later in the game.
Yeah, I thought as a team they did a really good job letting me see shots, and that makes my game a lot easier when I can find those point shots and things like that. That's one thing Union burned me on yesterday, and tonight we definitely, as a team, really helped me out.
One shot you faced in that first period, how do you keep focused when nothing's going on?
Yeah, it can definitely be tricky when there's not much action at your end, but I thought the game was still a little bit back and forth, so I still felt like I was in it, even though only having one shot. So it is a little tricky at times, but I think I was in the right space for it.
How's it good to feel to have the Capital Skates Trophy still here in Troy?
It's the best feeling in the world.